papa, I ain't on the ball. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, last on the draw. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, but your woman's at my door. I woke up this morning, it was noon. I went back to bed, cause it was way too soon. I'm a slow-moving papa, your woman don't like it fast. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, so slow I'm in the past. Let's do it now. Woman goes to work, then I lay my head down. She's a rubber-legged woman, had a bounce round and round. I'm a slow-moving papa, well, I'm always late. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, but your woman thinks I'm great. Here we go now. Just one thing that I want understood. Do it real slow, but I do it real good. I'm a slow-moving papa, she likes it slow. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, no, no, go, go, go. Well, I'm a slow-moving papa, a slow-moving daddy. Slow down, you pretty little mama. Take care of your slow-moving papa. I'm a slow-moving papa, but your woman's at my door. Oh, yeah.
She makes his coffee, she makes his bed, she does the laundry, she keeps in bed. When she was 21, she wore her mother's lace. She said forever with a smile upon her face. She does the carpool, she PTAs, doctors and dentists, she drives all day. When she was 29, she delivered number 3. And every Christmas card showed her perfect family. Everything runs right on time. Years of practice and design. Spit and polish till it shines. He thinks he'll keep her. Everything is so benign. Safest place you'll ever find. God forbid you change your mind. He thinks he'll keep her. She packs his suitcase, she sits and waits with no expression upon her face. When she was 36, she met him at their door. She said, I'm sorry, I don't love you anymore. Everything runs right on time. Years of practice and design. Spit and polish till it shines. He thinks he'll keep her. Everything is so benign. Safest place you'll ever find. God forbid you change your mind. He thinks he'll keep her. For 15 years she had a job and not one a raise in pay. Now she's in the typing pool at minimum wage. Everything runs right on time. Years of practice and design. Spit and polish till it shines. He thinks he'll keep her. Everything is so benign. Safest place you'll ever find. At least until you change your mind. He thinks he'll keep her. Alright.
You're too hot to handle, I know it's no use. Like a hot potato, I'm turning you loose. Well, I'm just a country boy, and it's plain to see. You're too hot to handle for me. You walk down the sidewalk and you think you're so hot. You think you've got something that you haven't got. Well, I don't mind high hog eating if I ain't the hog. I don't mind some dogging if I ain't the dog. When I'm drinking whiskey, you want champagne. Then I ain't got the money, and then you complain. While I'm wearing blue jeans, you're wearing mink. You're too hot to handle, I think. To handle, and you're too cold for love. You're too money hungry to be my turtle dove. The high cost of romance is killing me. You're too hot to handle for me. Thank you guys very much. You're too kind.
I'm worried about you. I'm worried about me. 'Cause you're around at night, uneasy to see. Flashing red warnings, unseen in the rain. This thing has turned into a runaway train. Long distance phone calls, voice on the line, electrical miles, that's up in the time. Dynamite too, yeah, hooked on the wire. So at the rails of American flyers, fine boys and gamblers
Who stole that train off the track? Whoever took it better come and put it back. I heard that engine whistle blow, it should have been here long ago. Who stole that train off the track? My baby wrote and said that she was coming home on 93. Oh, who stole that train off the track? Been waiting here since early dawn. The thief was here, but now she's gone. Oh, who stole that train off the track? Who stole that train off the track? Whoever took it better come and put it back. Is someone playing jokes on me? They better let my baby be. Oh, who stole that train off the track? I looked and saw a cloud of steam. I plainly heard a whistle scream. Oh, who stole that train off the track? I looked again with all my might, but still no engine come inside. Oh, who stole that train off the track? Who stole that train off the track? Who stole that choo-choo that was bringing baby back? Somebody must have pulled the switch and run her train into a ditch. Oh, who stole that train off the track? I looked up yonder in the sky and saw the smoke rising high. Oh, who stole that train off the track? That smoke was hanging in the air, but ain't no baby anywhere. Oh, who stole that train off the track? Who stole that train off the track? Whoever took it better come and put it back. My baby wouldn't make me wait. She'd walk home if the train was late. Oh, who stole that train off the track? Got a strange kind of feeling, but baby don't love me no more. Got a strange kind of feeling, but baby don't love me no more. Well, my baby let me walk right out the door. Got a strange kind of feeling, but baby don't love me no more. Got a strange kind of feeling, but baby don't love me no more. Well, my baby let me walk right out that door. Tell me, baby, please tell me. Tell me, baby, please tell me. Tell me, baby, make my dreams come true.
All Xander now.
Check it out. Dig it. Love it. Live it. Huh? How about that? How about that, Xander? Uh-huh. Check it. What the actual H?
All right, Deke, slap it. Go, slap it, Deke.
Senor Dickerson. Oh, play it like you live. Slap that S. Do it. Fringes and all, Dick Dickerson, yeah. Well, this cat can play guitar too now. Oh, all right. We're gonna stop all night. Come on, Sandy. We're gonna do it all right. All alone, my baby left me all alone. Well, come my mama home. Let's do it for Toots now. She don't love me no more. Yeah, she walk right out that door. Is there nothing that this Burt character can't do? Oh, is that? You look kind of sexy with the hair messed up like that. Don't get me started. Let him know how you feel. As a matter of fact, pick up your phone, visit that virtual tip jar.
trucking, trucking, trucking. I wrote this part of his solo, by the way.
We had this switchover planned. It was going to be so smooth. We were going to use all our own instruments.
2020.
I think this is right.
Nothing goes smooth in 2020.
Xander now.
All right. Slap it, baby, just like you used to slap Liddy.
Go ahead. Here we go. All right. Big bottom time. I'll go first now. Straight forward, straight forward. All right, here we go, here we go. Go, Dick.
You're getting a good sound out of that thing, Deke. It's it's that UK sound that we all love so much. Got a strange kind of feeling, my baby don't love me no more. Got a strange kind of feeling, Elmo James don't love me no more. Well, my baby, let me walk out that door. Baby, please tell me. Tell me, baby, please tell me. Well, tell me, mama, make my dreams come true. Oh, then rock me, well, rock me, well, rock me, well, rock me, well, make my dreams come true.
Thank you very much, friends. I'm Dick Dickerson, Mr. Big Sandy, Bert Avalos, Xander Griffith, the Whippersnappers. Thank you so much.
Great gosh almighty, Dick Dickerson and the Whippersnappers, everybody.
Welcome to Honky Tonk Heroes, Volume 2. In today's episode of Eclectic American Roots, we return to that rich vein of honky tonk gold, some of which started nearly a century ago. Our 30 episodes to date are like time capsules that cover the 4 cornerstones of roots: hillbilly, rockabilly, western swing, and honky tonk, all archived on YouTube at Stellar Jacks. Where did all this great music start? Texas troubadour Ernest Tubb had his biggest hit, Walkin' the Floor, in 1941, just prior to World War II. It brought a fresh sound to country music. No longer was hillbilly, folk, and mountain music limited to string bands. All over America, people embraced the honky-tonk beat of electric guitar, drums, and pedal steel. On radio, in taverns, and on jukeboxes everywhere, honky-tonk music began to thrive. After all, depressing lyrics about drinking and cheating, paired with cheerful, upbeat tunes, is what honky-tonk music is all about. A great dance beat for two-stepping on a honky-tonk hardwood floor. Eventually, the bars and clubs that presented honky-tonk music were themselves called honky-tonks. All they needed was a stage, a dance floor, and a bar. Let's take a look at some of today's honky-tonk artists and who influenced them the most. Sarah Gale Meach is an Ameripolitan Awards Female Outlaw Artist of the Year. Meach performs on a regular basis at Robert's Western World in Nashville and has Merle Haggard to thank for the influence on her music.
Howdy friends, welcome to the Eclectic American Roots Show. I'm Sarah Gale Meach. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee tonight, and we're talking about honky-tonk heroes. There's a lot of honky-tonk heroes out there. Ooh, one of my favorites comes to mind. The late, great Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard. What a voice. What a songwriter. Oh, man. He's probably one of my favorite singers of all times, and wrote so many great songs in country music history, which many of them I play in my very long sets down at Robert's Western World here in Nashville, Tennessee, which are always a pleasure. So many great tunes. I think I'm going to play one tonight, one of my favorites, a song called That's the Way Love Goes. It wasn't a song that Merle wrote. Actually, Lefty Frizzell and Whitey Schiffer wrote it. But Merle had a nice cut with it. It's one of my favorites. And I'm going to perform it tonight, just on a little guitar here in Nashville. It's cold outside. And I'm going to feature my longtime bandmate, Mark Andrew Miller, on the keyboards over here. And we're going to do it for you guys. I hope that you like it, and thanks for tuning in to the show tonight, and I can't wait to see you guys again. And until then, stay safe and keep honky-tonkin', keep listening to the Hag. Check out all of his fantastic music. It's going to make you happy, and we'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.
1, 2, 3. I've been throwing horseshoes over my left shoulder. I spent most all my life searching for that four-leaf clover. Get you in with me, chasing my rainbows. And honey, I love you too, and that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, baby. That's the music God made for all the world to sing. It's never wrong, it grows. Losing makes me sorry. You see now, honey, don't worry. Don't you know I love you too? And that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, baby. That's the music that God made for all the world to sing. It's never on, it grows. Losing makes me sorry. You see now, honey, don't worry. Don't you know
Dave Gonzalez is a founding member of the Paladins and also co-founded the Hacienda Brothers with the late Chris Gaffney, who he commemorates as his own honky-tonk hero.
Hello, friends, or as the great Ray Price used to say, howdy, neighbors. You know, I've been a country music fan my whole life. When I was a kid, Buck Owens was king. He's still one of my favorites. He was one of my dad's favorites. I think he was the guy that I really remember listening to the most when I was a kid, except when he would split and my mom would put on a Rolling Stones record. But anyhow, I've had a chance over all these years to hear and sing with a lot of great honky-tonk legends, see so many of them, and I think it's wonderful what you guys are doing here on this Honky-Tonk Heroes, and I'm proud to be able to say a little couple things. I don't want to go on and on too much, but throughout all my years, I would like to tip my hat and say the guy I really think is a honky-tonk hero that deserves it, that was in the trenches, that paid his dues, and he could deliver it, the real deal, is the great Chris Gaffney. So I hope you will enjoy some of these photos and the story of the great Chris Gaffney. Thank you all very much. God bless y'all.
In South Carolina, there are many tall pines. I remember the oak tree that we used to climb, but now when I'm lonesome, I always pretend that I'm hitting the beat of hickory wind. I started out younger at most everything. All the riches and pleasures, what else could life bring? But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. Well, it's a hard way to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. But it makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind. It keeps calling me home, hickory wind.
Let's welcome our video host today, rockabilly legend and roots music historian, Big Sandy, who has located some hidden honky-tonk gems for your enjoyment.
Thank you, Christopher. And howdy, friends. Big Sandy here, back again this week with more honky-tonk heroes. I'm going to kick off my set with a song for Sarah Gale Meach. You heard her mention that her hero was Merle Haggard. Here's a guy that was Merle Haggard's honky-tonk hero, Lefty Frizzell. Take it away, Lefty.
Let's make welcome Lefty Frizzell.
For another, I can tell by the way your eyes shine you're in love. So darling, please tell me who is the other, who changed your mind about the way you love. When I smelled the smoke, I thought it was a joke that you would play around, and now it's all over town that there's love in your heart for another, and more stars in your eyes than up above. So darling, please tell me who is the other, to change your mind about the way you love. When I smelled the smoke, I thought it was a joke that you would play around, and now it's all over town that there's love in your heart for another, and more stars in your eyes than up above. So darling, please tell me who is the other, who changed your mind about the way you love.
At the movie theaters around the country, there's a fellow that's going great guns in a show called The Nashville Rebel. Ladies and gentlemen, meet on our show, Mr. Waylon Jennings. Hey!
That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Everything we had is gone, if you can see. That's what you get for loving me. Don't you shed a tear for me. I ain't the love you thought I'd be. I've had a hunger just like what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Everything we had is gone, if you can see. That's what you get for loving me. Crying again. You should have known how things would end. But someday when your poor heart is on the mend, I might just pass this way again. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me. Everything we had is gone, if you can see. That's what you get for loving me. That's what you get for loving me.
Hi, I'm Waylon Jennings. I've never felt so proud as when I earned my high school diploma by passing the GED test. Call 1-800-62-MY-GED and find out how you can earn your high school diploma. It feels great.
just once more the way you did when you were mine. The longest walk I'll ever take will be across that floor. That's why I'm asking one last favor. Walk me to the door. I love another, won't you let me be? These are the words that you said to me. How can I go through life without you like it was before, when I can't even make it to the door? Walk me to the door and hold me close just one more time. Kiss me just once more the way you did when you were mine. The longest walk I'll ever take will be across that floor. That's why I'm asking one last favor. Walk me to the door. I promise I won't try to make amends. I know I don't deserve you back again. My trembling lips are begging now, they never did before. Just one last favor, walk me to the door. Walk me to the door and hold me close just one more time. Kiss me just once more the way you did when you were mine. The longest walk I'll ever take will be across that floor. That's why I'm asking one last favor. Walk me to the door.
Yeah, boy. The truly incredible Harold Lloyd Jenkins, better known around these parts as Conway Twitty, with a song that he wrote for Ray Price. You see, it's all connected here at Eclectic American Roots. Before that, a special dedication to our Texas pal, Jesse Dayton. His honky-tonk hero, Waylon Jennings. That's what you get for loving me. All right. I'm going to go switch the reels on the old projector, get ready for my next round of wonderful film clips. But before I do, just a reminder that all of the guests on today's show are still out of work and would really appreciate your kind donations. And you can do that by visiting StellarJacks.com or Venmo at Jack's Hideaway. Okay, when I come back, I'm going to put the spotlight on some honky-tonkin' women.
From the 1950s through the 1980s, Farron Young was known as the hillbilly heartthrob. Eddie Clendenning and his Blue Ribbon Boys play his song, Sweet Thing, in tribute to the icon.
Hello, Eclectic American Roots. This is Eddie Clendenning. Christopher asked me to drop in and talk a little bit for this volume 2 of Honky Tonk Heroes about one of my honky tonk heroes. And that's a tough order to pick just one. There's a lot of guys that I grew up listening to and that mean an awful lot to me. But one that stands out that I chose for this is Farron Young. A lot of folks know Farron Young. He had huge hits all through the 50s, 60s, 70s, and had a great band with the Deputies, worked on Armed Services Radio, did a lot of television and other things. So Farron's very well known, but I think as in relation to honky tonk, at least the way he lived his life, I think it's fair to say that few have tonked harder than old Farron. The guy was always partying and living it up, and the songs reflect that, but also the humor that he interjected and everything. And even in his later years, when you watch some of them old clips, Farron's always goofing around and trying to make everybody else laugh and having a good time. And I always appreciated that about him, beyond his musical ability and his vocal talent. So I got together with the Blue Ribbon Boys, Johnny Bowler on the bass and Matt Codina on guitar, my band that plays with me all the time wherever we go, when we are allowed to go places. And we did not technically a Farron Young written tune, but one that Farron performed live, and there's some great versions of Farron doing this old song called Sweet Thing. We hope you like ours.
1, 2, 1. I sat down at her house about sundown. Mama was washing her hair, and you can bet your bottom dollar she come looking for me. But she finds that I'm not there, and if she catches a sweet thing running around, you know there'll be the devil to pay. She come rolling like a cyclone through that door. I can hear exactly what she'll say. Has anybody here seen Sweet Thing? I got a notion either headed this way. 'Cause when the sweet things out town getting around, he finds a sandbox like this one to play. I wanna warn all you barroom roses, if Sweet Thing does happen by, you better take my advice, and if you play more than twice, you better have something in your eye. I give mama all the money on payday. Every little bit she don't know that I got. 'Cause there's a few little waitress at the corner cafe. She sure seems to like me quite a lot. But we were sitting in the back booth talking. She believed every word that I said. Then Laura from the old barn, and mama walked in, yelling loud enough to wake the dead. Has anybody here seen Sweet Thing? Got a notion he'd be headed this way. 'Cause when the sweet things out don't get around, he finds a sandbox like this one to play. I wanna warn all you cafe cuties, if Sweet Thing does happen by, you better take mom's advice, and if you play more than twice, you better have something in your eye. You better play more than twice, you better take mom's advice, you better have something in your eye.
Johnny Cash was part rockabilly rebel, part storyteller, and part outlaw in black. To so many of us, his music is the touchstone of roots music that we love. Singer-songwriter Rick Shea was so moved by an unfortunate episode in Cash's career that he wrote a song about it.
Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you to Christopher Burkhardt for asking me to be a part of Honky Tonk Heroes. I played in a lot of bars and honky tonks, especially starting out. These days I play my own songs for the most part, but early on with my own band and with other folks, we all played a lot of classic and older country songs, honky tonk songs, lots of Merle Haggard, George Jones, and of course, lots of Johnny Cash. One of my favorites from back then, even though it's not one of his more well-known songs, is a song that Johnny Cash wrote with Bob Dylan called Wanted Man. I'll sing a little bit. Wanted man in California, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Kansas City, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Mississippi, wanted man in old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see this wanted man. Well, I might be in Colorado or in Georgia by the sea, working for some man who may not know who I might be. And if you ever see me coming and you know who I am, don't you breathe it to nobody, 'cause you know I'm on the lam. Wanted man by Lucy Watson, wanted man by Jeannie Brown, wanted man by Nellie Johnson, wanted man in this next town. Well, I've had all that I've wanted, a lot of things I've had, and a lot more than I needed of some things that turned out bad. I love the whole outlaw vibe of the song and that great guitar lick that I'm pretty certain comes from Marty Stewart. Johnny Cash was a hero to a lot of us for his music, but also because he stood up to record companies, to politicians, and he stood up for social justice and for peace. That takes a lot of guts, and he did that for most of his life. It's pretty well documented, though, that early in his career, when he was younger, he went through a dark period, strung out on pills, not eating, not sleeping, and a man like that, misdirected, can get into some serious trouble, and he did, arrested 7 times. In 1965, Johnny Cash was arrested in Starkville, Mississippi, reportedly for picking flowers, but I've heard a few versions of the story. A friend of mine who grew up there and was living there at the time said that it involved pulling up the prize tulip bulbs from the garden of the woman who was the president of the Horticultural Society there in Starkville. It's kind of a big deal in that part of the country. And that it may or may not have involved him being naked at the time. So kind of wild, yeah. I wrote this song a few years ago, kind of in tribute to Johnny Cash and his wild spirit. It's called the Starkville Blues. And I tried to write it from the point of view of Johnny Cash, and I tried to imagine how he might have felt about the town of Starkville, Mississippi, after he got out of jail. I hope you like this.
Well, if you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. If you go down to Starkville, you better lay your money down. There ain't nothing free in Starkville, it's just a rough and dirty town. The people there in Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Starkville, they can treat you hard and treat you cold. Things are different there in Starkville from all the stories you've been told. Well, I knew a girl in Starkville, and she was tough and she was mean. Well, I knew a girl in Starkville, and she was tough and she was mean. She had the devil in her eye and a pistol in her jeans. Yeah, well, I went down to Starkville, had my guitar in my hand. I went down to Starkville, had my guitar in my hand. Well, the sheriff there in Starkville, he took my guitar in my band. You better learn to sing the blues. If you go down to Starkville, and you better learn to sing the blues.
let's take another look at some vintage videos from our esteemed video host, Big Sandy.
All right, Big Sandy back with a brand new segment for the show. It's called Honky Tonkin' Women. We even have a theme song for it.
These honky-tonkin' women won't leave me alone.
All right, let's kick off with the very first woman in country music to win a Grammy Award. Had multiple awards as a songwriter. Dottie West. Take it away, Dottie.
It's Miss Dottie West to sing of men with evil hearts.
Don't care whose home he tears apart. He thinks nothing of the heartaches others bear. He lives in a world of fear, cheating on the ones that love him dear. Men with evil hearts don't care. Men with evil hearts will lie and bring you shame. They don't care just who they hurt, 'cause that's their evil game. So many homes have felt the pain of broken hearts, and who's to blame? Men with evil hearts don't care. Men with evil hearts will cheat, lie and bring you shame. They don't care just who they hurt, 'cause that's their evil game. So many homes have felt the pain of broken hearts, and who's to blame? Men with evil hearts don't care.
Well, you're out doing wrong again. It's plain for all to see. And you think here at home is where I ought to be. Well, there's gonna be some changes made when you get in tonight. 'Cause I'm gonna teach you wrong from right. With my big iron skillet in my hand, I'm gonna show you how a little woman can whip a great big man. If you live through the fight we're gonna have when you get home, you'll wake up and find yourself alone. You say you're sick and tired of me and that I look a mess, but it's never dawned on you this is my only dress. I have never met a man who's quite the likes of you. I don't know why I ever said I do. With my big iron skillet in my hand, I'm gonna show you how a little woman can whip a great big man. If you live through the fight we're gonna have when you get home, you'll wake up and find yourself alone. You'll wake up and find yourself alone.
That's Wanda Jackson. And she's a-waiting with her big iron skillet. So watch it, punk. Now, of course, Wanda started out in the country music field before becoming the queen of rockabilly that we all know and love. And then went back to country music, as you saw there, as the 60s rolled on. The great Wanda Jackson. Now, over the last few weeks, I've received multiple requests to include Connie Smith in the program. And, well, here at Eclectic American Roots, we aim to please. Here is the wonderful Connie Smith.
Yes, ma'am. He found me in a honky-tonk, and I'm sure I'm not the kind of girl you want your son to know. Yes, ma'am. I know you think that it's all wrong, and if it felt the way you do, I'd go back where I belong. I know he deserves the best, and there's better girls than me. I don't want to quarrel with you, but I love him, can't you see? Yes, ma'am. He met me where the lights are low, and I've seen the other side of town where good girls shouldn't go. Yes, I know he deserves the best, and there's better girls than me. Please don't quarrel with me. I love him, can't you see? Yes, ma'am. I partied with the crazy crowds, but someone just like your loving son helped to show me how.
The fantastic Leona Williams, who recorded with and at one point was married to Merle Haggard. Yes, ma'am, he found me in a honky-tonk. And that was a special request by Brittany Johnson, who just recorded her own version of the song. Yes, ma'am, he found me at Viva Las Vegas. Okay, I'll be back in a flash with some more honky-tonk heroes. Don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernest Tubb became famous as the Texas Troubadour, but was also playing country music as far back as the 1930s. Tubb put the Western into country and Western and introduced the world to honky-tonk music. This is his story. As a teenager, Ernest Tubb was obsessed with the world's first country star, Jimmie Rodgers, and he wanted to become the next singing brakeman. So he learned to play and sing and yodel.
I went down to the corner just to meet my gal. I found her standing on the sidewalk, talking to my pal.
Tubbs' world was shattered when his hero died in 1933. In '34, the young Ernest Tubbs started a daily 15-minute show on KONO radio in Texas, playing like Rogers. Jimmy Rogers' widow, Carrie, heard him perform her late husband's music and let him know she wanted to help. "You sound so much like Jimmy," she said. A little too much like Jimmy, however. She told him, "Ernest, Jimmy is dead and gone. You have to sound like yourself." Ernest Tubb. Mrs. Rogers even bought Ernest a tuxedo and gave him Jimmy's famed D45 guitar. She even booked him a tour and capped it with a record deal at RCA Victor.
She had some faith in me and was instrumental in helping me get started. In fact, I owe everything to Mrs. Rogers that I've gained in the country music business.
A grateful Ernest Tubb asked her how he could ever repay her. Mrs. Rogers said, "Ernest, when you become a star, just pass it along." So he did. E.T. became a role model for country musicians and spent his life helping newcomers like Elvis Presley, Patsy Cline, Billy Walker, and dozens more. A tonsillectomy in 1939 affected his singing style, and he could no longer yodel like Jimmy Rogers. So Ernest turned to songwriting. In 1940, he signed with Decca Records, and that move paid off when he wrote "Walkin' the Floor" the following year. It sold 1 million copies and was heard millions more times on the jukeboxes of the day. Plus, it jump-started the genre that we know today as honky-tonk.
We'd like to introduce a man who has become a legend in his own time, the Texas troubadour, Ernest Tubb.
I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. You left me and you went away. You said that you'd be back in just a day. You've broken your promise and you left me here alone. I don't know why you did, dear, but I do know that you're gone. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you. Oh, buddy, lay on now. Someday you may be lonesome too. Walking the floor is good for you. Just keep right on walking and it won't hurt you to cry. Remember that I love you and I will the day I die. I'm walking the floor over you. I can't sleep a wink, that is true. I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two. Walking the floor over you.
Coincidentally, a Western starring Clark Gable and Lana Turner, titled Honky Tonk, hit the big screen that same year, 1941. Tubb was a perfectionist and an innovator. He introduced the electric guitar to country music, and he added drums so they could be heard in those loud honky-tonks he played, and also on the jukeboxes of the day. Like Bob Wills and other country stars in the 1940s, E.T. appeared in a couple of B-westerns in Hollywood.
I'm walking the floor over you.
Where's McBride?
I can't sleep a
I say,
wink, that
where's
is
McBride?
true.
I'm hoping and I'm praying as my heart breaks right in two.
Where's that McBride?
The floor over
You realize we have a wounded man in here?
We like to sing.
All right, Tommy Tucker. Let's hear how you sing for your supper.
Okay, just lend an ear.
I saw you out the other night. You know you should. I've been in bed. Now you say that we are through, and good gal, I'm telling you, you hit the nail right on the head. You hit the nail right on the head.
This is WSM Nashville, Tennessee, presenting the Grand Ole Opry. Let her go, boys.
With his success in movies and on radio, Tubb was invited to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry in 1943, and he remained until 1982.
My first great thrill was meeting Mrs. Rogers and getting to play Jimmy Rogers' guitar, you know. The next, of course, was hearing the record. The next is when I walked out on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry.
The Grand Ole Opry reached a national audience on WSN, and when Tubb performed, the audience always insisted on several encores. He performed live on the Opry every other Saturday, once driving 1,000 miles to make the gig. Why? Because WSN Radio reached out to 38 states.
We've had a lot of requests tonight to do a number called We're Not Kids Anymore. Let's give Miss Loretta a nice hand. Maybe we get her to help me do it. We have this on our deck of records. We're not kids anymore.
Not a little girl and boy.
But we break each other's hearts like a child breaks a toy.
I'm a woman and a man watching love slip through our hands. Let's grow up.
We're not kids anymore.
Back then, the Grand Ole Opry didn't have any Western stars, much less those who had made Hollywood movies or run nationwide jukeboxes, and of course, they loved E.T.'s great cowboy suits. E.T.'s honky-tonk sound was wildly popular, and he was the first entertainer to add the electric guitar to the Grand Ole Opry.
Seems I always have to slip around to be with you, my dear. Slipping around, afraid we might be found. I know I can't forget you, and I've got to have you near. But we just have to slip around and live in constant fear. Know you're tied up with someone else, and I'm all tied up too. I know I've made mistakes, dear, but I'm so in love with you. I hope someday I'll find a way to bring you back with me. Then I won't have to slip around to have your company.
In 1947, he had the honor of headlining the first Grand Ole Opry show at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Also in 1947, the Ernest Tubb Record Shop opened near the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. This is way before Nashville became a tourist destination.
In Nashville, Tennessee, a show went on the air called the Midnight Jamboree, starring Ernest Tubb, that old Texas troubadour, broadcast from his
record shop down on the wide world road. Ernest has been gone now since 1984, but his program is still going strong, just like it was before. 'Cause David McCormick is determined there will be a never-ending Ernest Tubbs midnight jamboree. Midnight jamboree has helped many to go far. Some of them went on to be country superstars. Even rock and roll and Elvis sang a song there too. And the one and only Hank would come and sing the lovesick blues.
E.T. started his Midnight Jamboree radio broadcast at the record shop, which followed the Grand Ole Opry late on Saturday nights. He gave every artist who came to Nashville airtime and encouragement, still paying it back to Mrs. Jimmy Rogers. For nearly 70 years, Ernest Tubbs' Midnight Jamboree showcased artists like Billy Walker, Kitty Wells, Loretta Lynn, and Patsy Cline, hundreds more. E.T. always kept an impeccable band with the best musicians and was greatly respected by those players. In 1950, Ernest assembled the Texas Troubadours, and for the next 30-plus years, 107 different talented musicians traveled on E.T.'s bus. Pickers like Leon Rhodes, Billy Bird, Cal Smith, Grady Martin, and the 21-year-old Buddy Emmons. In 1954, the prolific Western swing songwriter Cindy Walker wrote "Two Glasses, Joe," and E.T. recorded them to great success.
Set up 2 glasses, Joe, and turn the jukebox low, and let me sit and reminisce.
I've been writing songs to make my living since I was 12 years old, you know, writing. And I still believe that it's the people, don't you see? It's the people that pick the songs, not the artists or the recording people or the record people. And Ernest Tubb, if there was anybody in the business, he understood people and he loved them.
Set up 2 glasses, Joe, and turn the jukebox low, and let me sit and reminisce while I pretend that she is sitting here with me the way she did not long ago.
Tubb loved touring and was on the road over 300 dates a year.
And now here he is, the Texas Troubadour, Ernest Tubb.
Don't ever kiss no one but me. If you do, dear, you'll break my heart. It's not because I doubt you, but I'm such a fool about you. I've got a jealous loving heart. 'Cause where there's love, there's jealousy. Good and bad just won't tear apart. They always go together like fair and stormy weather. I've got a jealous loving heart.
In 1964, on his Midnight Jamboree, he sang a duet with Loretta Lynn, and they enjoyed it so much, they recorded 4 albums together from 65 to 73.
People ask me for